So what is up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech, and today what we're going to take a look at and review is the Canon Powershot SX530 HS. I know, quite a mouthful here on the name, but basically what this is a super zoom camera, bridge camera. And why I say bridge camera is it kind of bridges you into the DSLR, and this is exactly what I was told by the Best Buy rep who sold me this. We had a chat for like 30 minutes because I was thinking about upgrading this Samsung WB350F, and if you guys haven't seen the review I did on this, I'll leave the link down below in the description as well as a card up above. But this is a great camera right here with nice sharing features, and honestly, to be honest with you, after having the Canon for quite a while, it's not that much better than the Samsung WB350F, but it is quite a bit better in a lot of areas, and that's why I decided to keep the camera. Now, basically, we're going to start this off with design. Basically, the reason I really liked this Canon camera was because it just feels really quality. Now, when you were talking about the DSLRs like the T5i, the T3i, the 70D, the 7000D, all those Canons up there are going to trump this camera in quality. But what's really nice and what caught my eyes about this is that it felt kind of DSLR like a little like bridge into the DSLR. So if you can imagine a bridge bridging you up to the level of DSLR, like it's a little bridge over there till you get there, this one is going to hold you over for a while till you get there, and it's got the straps and everything, so you really feel like a photographer when you take this out, even though this camera comes in at a nice price point of $250. It's a very grippy camera as well. I find that this grip right here, when you grip the camera, is really nice, and I've never dropped this camera, not even once, so really grippy right here. But overall design, you got to pull the flash out manually right here. It's a manual pull out, so there's no mechanism, and there's no horseshoe here, so if you want to pop on a mic, this is a downfall of this camera. No horseshoe for a mic, and there is no audio inputs here, only AV out, audio, video out, digital, and HDMI micro. So basically to just stream it to your TV, no problem, but there's not a lot of ports here on the right side. It does have a lens cover, which you do have to put on when it comes out of the box. And you can see that we do have a Canon zoom lens 50x IS 4:3 to 215 millimeter, 3:4 aperture to 6.5 aperture. So it's not the biggest aperture in the world. You know, even phones like the LG G4 have a bigger one. But I can tell you right now, this camera takes better pictures than most phones would ever dream of taking. So don't be fooled. Don't be thinking that you can go get a phone and it's going to outperform this, because trust me, pretty much no phone is outperforming this camera. I'm telling you that right now, and you can believe me or not believe me, but I've used all smartphones, and they might be better sometimes for point and shoots, but if you know how to work this camera, there is no phone touching this. I mean, the only phone that might even come close is the phone that you could actually touch this with maybe would be the V10, but that's about the only phone. The V10 and the G4 are about the only phones that if you know what you're doing, you might get similar results to this camera right here. But I'm telling you, this camera is loaded. But let's get into the overall design of it. So we did talk about that lens. So it does have a nice lens, and it does zoom really far. So if I go ahead and pull the trigger right here on the zoom, you're going to be able to see that. Let's zoom it out real quick. If I turn it back on, you can see that this will zoom really far out, and we're not gonna be able to show it here, but it does go 50x, and it will zoom 200x on the digital zoom. So it is ridiculous how far it'll zoom. So you're not gonna be able to see anything because we're indoors, but you can see on the screen right there 200x. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but 200x on this baby, which is quite nice. Also, you do have many modes here as well as a Wi-Fi, and you do need your smartphone to go ahead and share with the Canon Camera Connect on this, device right here. So if you pop out your smartphone right here and you go into, let's see, the Canon Camera Connect, let's go over here. Let me scroll over till I find it. So you can see right here, Canon Camera Connect, you can just easily share to Wi-Fi. Now we're not going to go over that here, but you just connect it to Wi-Fi, connect to your smartphone, and you save the image to your phone. So that's a nice feature here within the Canon. Now, overall, basically, you do have your play button right here. You have your ISO settings, manual function set, flash, display. Go look at your pictures, menu, delete button. And at the top, you do have all of these controls. And this camera, let me tell you, if you're not really good with cameras, this is going to be a little bit of a learning curve. If you don't know cameras, this will be a learning curve. So don't think you're just going to come into this camera and you're just going to know how to use it right out the gate, unless you just throw it into auto mode, which is basically rookie mode if you don't use cameras. So you basically got TV mode, you got program. Let's go over here. And I would say I'm pretty much a rookie too here. So I'm not like the best in the world with these cameras yet. I'm still learning and I'm no expert at this, but I'm giving you a real world customer kind of review. I don't really want to talk all the specs and all that mumbo jumbo, because I looked at the specs. It's 10 pages long on this baby. All you need to know is that this is a 16 megapixel camera, and it does shoot 1080p HD movies at 30 frames per second, not 60 frames per second. The largest aperture it has is 3.4, and it has several modes such as creative mode, portrait mode. It does have fisheye effect, movie, manual mode. This is where you can tweak ISO settings and all that, and it does zoom really far. And overall, I think if you're on a budget and you want to spend $250 and you want a camera that is going to outperform your smartphone and it's going to give you a crazy zoom, and you're going to feel like, wow, I just bought an expensive camera, but you're not really spending the $850 for the top tier T5i and all those cameras. And you don't want to change lenses. You want a lens that can zoom far, zoom in, and this can take pretty good macro shots too. I did sample video on this as well. You could check that down below. And you also just want a camera that feels quality at a good price. This is going to be your camera right here, the Canon, Powershot SX530 HS. Now I know a lot of you are going to like that that Panasonic DMZ because it's got the electronic viewfinder right here, and this one doesn't. And that's a competitive camera, but if you want that one, check that one out too. But I'm just saying, if you're looking at this one, you're interested in this one, I don't think it's going to disappoint you. It's a great camera. The only thing I do want to mention is the battery life is not the best in the world. You're going to want to go ahead and get another battery. Get another battery if you're shooting more than, I'd say, 200 pictures a day. Go get a battery for this guy. If you're shooting movies all day and you're not going to be near an outlet and you don't got time to charge, get extra batteries, because this battery is not very impressive on this camera. It's not horrible. Like, you can go out on a day and you're going to shoot 50 to 100 pics. You're going to be fine. And mostly pics, but if you're shooting movies, it really kills the battery. And you will need these SD cards right here. These regular camera size SD cards. You're not going to be able to use those micro SD cards that you'd be able to use on, more compact cameras such as the WB350F. And it will link up to a tripod right here, real easy, right here, real easy. And it does have this like flash assist thing. I don't know if that's laser, but it does have this thing that points on the subject, so you can get some nice shots. And these things are a little bit hard to put on, so be wary unless you got really good fingers and you're good with those little things. I'm not patient with that, so I had to have somebody else do this, because this was about to make me throw this camera out the window and say goodbye, Canon. I see you next time. But not here. Anyway, that's pretty much gonna wrap this up. This is my experience with the camera. Great zoom. It's great picture taking if you get things into focus, and if you got a good eye for photography, this is going to be a great camera. Now, who do I not recommend this to? I don't recommend this to people who don't have patience with shots and somebody who wants the best video quality in the world. I think you could step up to, I think some smartphones actually can shoot in 4K, can do a bit better than this on video, but the amount of balance in the color and exposure, as you've seen in my latest videos, that this camera pulls in is quite amazing. So it has a very balanced level color playing field. So I don't know how else to describe it. It's just the colors all across the board in the whole video shot are balanced, and that's pretty awesome if you ask me. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up. A quality zoom camera that omits some features such as audio, the electronic viewfinder, the horseshoe, but gives you quite a bit for $250. I mean, really, what else can you ask for? It's a Wi-Fi camera with zoom. So that's gonna wrap this up, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead. Oh yeah, before I wrap this video up, it does include NFC, so you can tap. And I want to mention one more thing. The audio is quite weak on this thing, so you better do audio separately if you're going to use this for creation process. And yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap this up finally. And if you guys enjoyed it, please go ahead, hit that thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel for more technology videos, and I will catch you all in the next episode. Be sure to be well, and peace.